Hare Krishna devotees, welcome to June class of ISKCON Seshadripuram temple, Srimad Bhagavatam class. And today I have been instructed to discuss on third canto, 17th chapter, 23rd, 24th and 25th shloka. So we will be discussing today these three shlokas. We start now. Om Jnana-timirandasya Jnananjana-shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Mano-Vishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupakadam Dadati Sapadantinam Vandeham Shri Gurum Shri Yutabadagalam Shri Gurum Vaishnavasya Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Svagana Gunatam Nitam Tasya Jevam Sadvaitam Sarvadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Param Samanalita Sri Vishakaitam Tasya He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinavandhu Jagatpate Pisha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namastute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vancha Kalpataru Vrashya Gopa Sindhu Jaya Vacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Sivasadi Gaura Bhaktananda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare. Okay, we'll start the discussion. Hare Krishna. Yes, Prabhu.
From text 18 onwards, no class has been held.
Huh? Sorry, Prabhu, can you repeat?
17, 18 onwards, sir. No classes have been held at all.
No, but I have been given 23rd to
Yeah, correct.
Yeah.
18 onwards, there was a holiday.
Okay, no problem. No worries, Prabhuji. We'll cover those 2-3 shlokas because I will not read it, but or otherwise I can read it. But yeah, what I will be covering on 20 to 25, even 18, 19 also included because it's it's a past time going on, and it's just narration of the appearance of Hiranyaksha. So I will cover that.
Even yesterday, the class was not held.
Okay, fine.
For the past 3-4 classes not being held at all.
No worries, Prabhu. We will cover that also today.
Please,
Don't worry. It will take some time for me to recite this sloka.
No problem.
But it's okay. I will do it. I agree with you because we should have in sequence. Yes. No worries, Prabhu. Hare Krishna. I'm just putting the screen. Hold.
Yeah.
So I'll go back to earlier slokas. Just give me 2 minutes. Namo Vishnu Puraya Bhutale Srimade Jaya Pataka Swaminiti Namane Namo Acharya Padaya Nitaya Kripa Padayane Gauravata Damadaya Nagara Grama Adine Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimade Bhakti Vedanta Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pacharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pashyatya Deshatadine Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare. Okay, so Prabhuji will start with 18. In the interest of time, I will just read the shloka translation and will go.
Yes.
But okay. I'll make sure that it is covered. The content.
Yes. Thank you, Prabhu. Thank you.
Hare Krishna. प्रजापतिर्नाम तयोर्कार्षीद् यप्राक् सहेत् देहान् मयोरजयत् तं वै हिरण्यकशिपुं विदुः प्रजा यतं हिरण्याक्षमसुत साग्रतः. Prajapati Kashyapa, the creator of living entities, gave his twin sons their name. The one who was born first he named Hiranyaksha, and the one who was first conceived by Diti he named Hiranyakashipu. Go to next shloka. 19th shloka. Chakra Hiranyakashipudarvyo Brahmavarena cha Vashe Sapalan Lokan Srina Kutos Mritut Ruddattaha. The elder child Hiranyakashipu was unafraid of death from anyone within the 3 worlds because he received the benediction from the Lord Brahma. He was proud and puffed up due to his benediction and was able to bring all 3 planetary systems under his control. 20th shloka. Hiranyaksha anujastasya priyaha pritikrudan vanvaham. Gada Panir Devam Yato Yuchut Sumurgaryan Ranam. His younger brother Hiranyaksha was always ready to satisfy his elder brother by his activity. Hiranyaksha took the club on his shoulder and traveled all over the universe with the fighting spirit just to satisfy Hiranyakashipu. 21st. Tam Viksha Dussahajavam Ranakanchana Nupuram Vajayantah Shrija Drushta Mansanyasta Mahat Gadam. Hiranyaksha's temper was difficult to control. He had anklets of gold twinkling about his feet. He was adorned with a gigantic garland and rested his huge mace on his shoulders. 22nd. Vido Siktam Ashmyam Akuto Bhayam Vita Nilire Devas Tarkasya Trashta Iva Hayaha. His mental and bodily strength as well as the boon conferred upon him had made him proud. He feared death at the hands of no one, and there was no checking him. The gods therefore were seized with fear at his very sight, and they hide themselves even as snakes hide themselves for fear of Garuda. सवै तिरोहितां दृष्ट्वा महसा स्वेन दैत्यराट् सैन्यान् गणान् शिवान् पश्यन् व्यननं दत्. On not finding Indra and the other demigods who had previously been intoxicated with power, the chief of Daityas, seeing that they had all vanished before he might, roar loudly. Tato niwruttah kridishyanam bhangambhiram vivaniswanam jagahe maha satto vardhim matta iva dvipaha. After returning from heavenly kingdom, the mighty demon, who was like an elephant in wrath for the sake of sport, dived into deep ocean, which was roaring terribly. 25th sloka. Tasmin pravishya varunasya sainika yado ganaha sannidhya saswadasaha ahanyamana api tasya varchasa pradirshata durataram pradrudruvaha. On his entering the ocean, the aquatic animals who formed the host of Varuna were stricken with fear and ran far away. He thus Hiranyaksha showed his splendor without dealing with blow. Purport by Srila Prabhupada. Materialistic demons sometimes appear to be very powerful and are seen to establish their supremacy throughout the world. Here it also appears that Hiranyaksha, by his demonic strength, actually establishes supremacy throughout the universe, and the demigods were afraid of uncommon power. Not only were the demigods in space afraid of the demons Hiranyakashipu and Hiranyaksha, but so also were the aquatic animals within the sea. Hare Krishna. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. So I'll pull out those slokas now and we'll start the discussion. Hare Krishna. Okay, so we are discussing pastimes of Lord, and in that pastime, Hiranyaksha is appearing on the scene. And this started with ISKCON creation is getting discussed here, and I'm just going a little bit back and just to have link, and then we'll come back to specific slokas also. So Brahma is creating the material world, and as a part of that, and then Kashyapa Muni Diti comes into picture, where they have been interested to, take part in progenies. 4 Kumaras who refuse to take part in creation travels to Vaikuntha, and there Jai Vijay stops them because they looks to be quite small, like boys, although they were not boys, but their body was like boys. They get offended and they curse them, Jai Vijaya, to go into material world. Lord Krishna appears there and he pacifies 4 Kumaras, justifies their anger, justifies the curse, and Jai Vijayas were sent to material world. So with this, Jai Vijay also accept that, and they have been given choice of either you become demigod or rather a normal human being, or you become demons. They choose demons of 3 births and get come back to Vaikuntha again. This is part of pastime. Why it's pastime? We have to understand is very important. It's pastime because 4 Kumaras expressing anger itself was not natural. So Jai Vijaya's holding them also was not very natural, because such an elevated soul cannot have this so-called illusion. But they had that illusion. That is Lord's plan, and Jai Vijaya gets transferred into Diti's home, and bad omen starts from there. Okay, bad omen starts from there. She gives birth to Hiranyaksha and Hiranyakashipu. So last 5 3 slokas, basically birth has happened. Hiranyaksha comes first. Hiranyakashipu comes next. But actually Hiranyakashipu is elder although he comes next on the Om because he gets conceived first. That's why he's elder. But Hiranyakashipu comes first. That is a, there is a science of Prabhupada writes Garbhadan Pinda, something like that. The Shastra, Vedic Shastra. There it's all given. The science of conceiving and all that. Anyway, it's not part of today's discussion. And it's not that important also for us at this moment. But Hiranyakashipu is the elder brother of Hiranyaksha. And Hiranyaksha is ready to do everything to satisfy Hiranyaksha, being his elder brother. And he's really honoring him. And both demons come, they are very fierce demons. And this chapter discusses the bad omens of appearance of two demons, both these demons. Why there are bad omens? Because they are demons. Now, so if you see this chapter, there most of the shlokas are describing the various bad omens throughout these earlier shlokas. Like jackals start, making very odd sound. Dogs start barking. Fires are seen on the hills. Rivers start overflowing, and cows start delivering blood instead of milk. So this is given. This is a description given in Bhagavatam about the bad omen. Okay. Now, question may I just get into more details. Question may come: why these bad omens are not seen nowadays? That could be one question. Or like such a scale, and why there are no demons of this scale, Hiranyaksha, are not seen nowadays. It's a very interesting topic, and we'll discuss that also a little bit. But just to cut the thing short, basically there are bad omens now also. In fact, there are more bad omens. Kali Yuga is very powerful, deteriorated age. Is happening now. 5,000 years have gone, and there are already bad omens. People are dying early before 100 years itself. Life expectancy has gone down. People are unfortunate, short memory, anger based, quarreling, unfortunate. These are all bad omens, obviously. Okay. Now, here we should understand that because Bhagavatam describes a lot of, in all yugas, Bhagavatam is a timeless scripture, and it covers all yugas, all planets, the journey of that, Earth history also, outside planets also, heavenly planets also, people go to Vaikuntha also, they comes back also. So it's describing everything happening at around the universe, material universe, spiritual also, universes also, Vaikuntha lokas, spiritual lokas also. Okay, so what we should understand here is the demons were there, now also there are demons. First of all, let's discuss what is demon. I will come back to more detailing further. So demon, so Hiranyaksha and Hiranyakashipu, what is this they are characterized by? They are characterized by pride or establishing the supremacy. Okay, that is one thing, but most importantly, they are characterized by not accepting the supremacy of Lord. So what is demon? Demon means not accepting the supremacy of Lord. So they feel they are the boss, they are the supreme. There is nothing like God. So there are some people, they will say there is no God, they are also demons. There are some people, let there be God, I don't care, I am also God. That is another demon. Or they will feel, oh, there is a God, but I am not nothing less. So these are all, they don't accept the supremacy. Although God is supreme, they may accept also principally or whatever way, but they don't accept it in reality. Okay, so the people who are not accepting supremacy of Lord, they are called demons, right? So now we need to understand who are the demons there. So Hiranyaksha, Hiranyakashipu in this first time is Jai Vijay coming into first instant bodies of Hiranyakashipu, Hiranyaksha. Then they go to Ravana and Kumbhakarna, then Dantavakra and Shishupala. So then they ultimately gets liberated. Okay, so they are demons because their behavior is like they want to fight unnecessarily. So here Hiranyaksha is moving all around the universe, on the earth, everywhere, and trying to find out demigods who are there. I'll just kill them, or they should come under my, authority. He's trying to search Indra also in earlier shloka, what I read. Indra is not to be seen. They have fled by fear here and there. They have hidden themselves here and there. Then he gets into ocean. He's trying to fight with Varuna. In fact, he's trying to beg Varuna that you should fight with me. He's apparently so humble. Apparently so humble. Hiranyaksha apparently so humble that he wants him to fight. Please fight with me. He's humble, but he's very arrogant. But he's humbling to tell Varuna, please fight with me. I'll kill you. So this is their arrogancy. This is a demon, right? This is and then their power is very mighty. Nowadays we are not seeing those sort of demons, but their power was because these are Satya Yuga. Okay, the potency, overall potency of everything was very high in Satya Yuga. Demons also were potent, demigods were potent, good people also common. Everybody was so potent. Now that potency is reduced in Kali Yuga. Everything is less potent. You see anything, even food. You see any type of society, and overall the way culture is less and less getting potent. Okay, of course, this is not applied to devotion service because that is transcendental. It cannot, the potential of devotion service will be there. But I am talking about material world. Okay, so all those potency of those, everything is deteriorating. Just a minute, sorry, this is getting. So now we need to understand one thing to be noticed here is, so these demons are in Satya Yuga and they are very potent. Why then as the yugas pass by? So earlier it was, if you notice, I was just reading a little bit more on this and I got from some devotees article. It is to be observed that what he is explaining is the demons typically stays into hellish planets. Okay, Patal, Talatal, all that 7 planetary system, and then demons used to earlier they used to be there, and middle earthly planets human beings are there, Manav, and heavenly planets are demigods. Now also it's that way, but prominently. Okay, now slowly later on what happened is basically on the same planets there was mix of demons as well as good people, pious people and demons typically. So for example, somewhere Ravana used to be on some different dvipas on the same planet. While some places, some location, some part of the world, there will be good people and bad demons. They start coming closer, and so it's very interesting. I saw, that's what I'm mentioning. Then later on, what happened? They started coming probably in the next yuga. They started coming in the same family, Mahabharata. Mahabharata was the boundary of Dwapar Yoga and Kali Yoga. So it's exactly happened at the joint. So there you see in the same family there are demons and demigods or good people like Kauravas, Pandavas. Pandavas were demigods or they were good people, pious, devotional. While demons were there, Kauravas and Karnas and all those, Shakuni, all those. And they have a lot big battle between the demons and demigods or good people. Right? I'll not call everybody is not demigod. There are some common people, good people, and demigods are a little bit more powerful. Typically, they come in one category where they accept the supremacy of Lord. So, as I mentioned, demons means they don't accept the supremacy of Lord. Why? They don't accept supremacy of Lord because they are demons. It is characterized by pride and ahankara. Or whatever way, since they don't accept the supremacy, they feel they are supreme and pride comes. Pride comes. But why somebody will have, why there are tendencies also, first of all? Because typically, the whole material world is meant for that, right? We have been discussing third canto throughout, and the purpose of creation of material world itself is to cater to the needs of so-called need or perverted perverted desires of living entity, soul, of what? To enjoy the supremacy like Lord, or to call yourself as a God, or enjoy independently, like self-centered, whatever you call. So that's why material world advancement is, it is to satisfy our false ego. It's a false ego which we develop, which is due to the misuse of our independent, minute independent given to us. We have decided to misuse it, and that's why we have been sent to these material planets where it is characterized by illusory happiness of calling ourselves as a supreme. So under that spell of that illusion, we think we are God, we are super, we think we are supreme, we think all these material resources are for me. We think that all our other living entities should, support me in terms of my enjoyment plans. Means we feel they need, I can exploit them. We exploit material nature, and like that it continues. And in this way, there is a struggle for existence. So basically, so like we can say there is a desire, ichha and dvesh, two things. So one is ichha, means there is a desire to enjoy independent of Lord. Who is Lord? I am also God. Who is God? I am also God. We think it's ichha. We want to be supreme. So that there is a desire, material desire. It's not a right desire. It's not our natural desire, but it's a artificial desire. It's not our constitutional desire. Our constitutional desire is to serve Lord Krishna. But somehow we have misused it. But the desire is there. Desire has to be there with soul. Soul cannot be without desire. Prabhupada writes every now and then. But we have misused it. So under that misuse illusory thing, we think we have got a lot of desires. So one of the most prominent desires is to become God, to become supreme. Is one of the most perverted desire we can have. We have. Okay, so second is we develop that enmity or envy towards Lord. So two things, both are more or less similar. We have desire to enjoy like Lord, which is perverted desire, and we have what? Envy, jealousy towards Lord, saying that, oh, why Lord should be supreme? I am also supreme. So that envy is there, and envy is a very basic characteristic of this material world. In this material world, people who do not have spiritual life or devotional life, they will have by default envy. It's all about envy. So Kama, Krodha, Lobha, Madhava, Matsara. But anyway, so Kam is always there. So, Lobh is always there. Desire basically. Rag, Kam, Krodha, Lobh, like that. Okay. So we have got those desires, and due to our ichha and dvesh, we have come here, and we develop that demonic tendency. Soul in a natural constitutional position is not demon. No soul is demon. It's all bodily concepts, and under that bodily concepts, with this false ego, under the spell of Maya, we start becoming demon. So I was just completing that point. Earlier it was like different planetary system, demons, demigods, then they come close, the same planet, different areas they will have because then again they in same families we started, and in Kali Yuga, in the same person, there is a demon and demigod qualities in Kali Yuga. That's why we need to understand that. That's why Chaitanya Mahaprabhu comes on the scene. Why? Because Lord himself is Lord. So why? Because what is the point in killing the? If we have to kill demon, everybody will need to be killed in this Kali Yuga. Because we have already got demonic tendency, we already got pious tendencies. Now it is not earlier like if you see all the avatars, every avatar is characterized by killing some demon. Hiranyaksha killed by Varaha, Lord Varaha. Hiranyakashipu killed by Lord Narasimha, like that. Ravana killed by Lord Rama, whatever. So it is all about killing the demon, but in Kali Yuga, it's not killing the demon because everybody of us has the demon. Everybody of not us means not the devotees, of course. I will come to that point also. But typically in material world, materialistic people, demonic tendencies there in everybody, right? So how they will be killed? So everybody cannot be killed. So Lord has come by his mercy. And Lord Chaitanya came and he gave the Maha Mantra to kill demonic tendencies in the Kali Yuga. So in Kali Yuga, demonic tendencies need to be killed. Demons cannot be killed because everybody is demon. That is practically, other than answering devotees, obviously. Okay, or some pious people. But typically that tendencies, so tendencies need to be killed. So how will kill those tendencies? So the tendencies need to be killed by Mahamantra. That's the starting point. And of course, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. So this is the astra of Kali Yuga. Lord Chaitanya has given this, come up with this astra or the weapon to kill demonic tendency. That is Mahamantra. While if you see the earlier, Lord is coming with lot of astras like Shankha, Chakra, Gada. So Shankha, Chakra, Gada. Chakra and Gada are meant to kill demons, and Shankha and lotus flower is to please the devotee, right? So there is always a killing of demons by Lord in the earlier pastimes, but in Kali Yuga the pastimes revolves around only on chanting or Harinam or Mahamantra. How? Because demonic tendencies need to be killed. Practically everybody is demon, and demonic and good tendencies coexist in the same person. So that is what we need to understand. So if you are, so now why I'm saying devotees, because devotees at a very logical or fundamental level, we have started accepting the supremacy of Lord. So that's why we will not come under demon if we accept this. So slowly we are coming from that demonic tendencies are reducing, and demigod or devotees tendencies are increasing. So that's why, of course, so that's why devotees are coming out of demonic tendencies. We are already on the path. Maybe at earlier stage, some advanced devotee at a later advanced stage, but whatever maybe. But at least we have started accepting the supremacy. So accepting the supremacy of Lord is the first thing we should do as a devotee. And to start point is accept the supremacy of Lord. We should accept Lord Krishna as supreme. There is no question of devotion. We cannot do that. So once we accept the supremacy, our behavior, our all the lifestyle becomes like that. So that's why Prabhupada has given all the Mahamantra chanting, 16 round chanting, and then not doing the scenes. Because if we accept the supremacy, how will kill others for our taste, or how will do this vikarmas, because Lord, so we start accepting Lord as a supreme, we start accepting Lord's scriptures as a supreme, we start accepting Lord's devotees who are dear to him, so dear to him as a supreme in the sense, we started accepting them as a, like almost like our gurus are like, we should accept Guru as a representative of God, or almost same level of God. So we start doing that slowly, because our demonic tendencies are reducing, and the moment we come out of complete sinless, and we come out of demonic tendencies and start increasing our love for Lord, then slowly we comes out of this material world. So this is the thing. So Hiranyakashipu, if you see, so here in pastime is going on. In this pastime, basically they are killed by Lord. So Lord has to appear in the pastime. So he's appearing, Lord Varadeva. So Hiranyaksha further gets into casual ocean and causal ocean, and he rescues the earth from there. That comes next slokas, and then he kills the Hiranyaksha. Hiranyakashipu gets angry by the death of his elder, who was so authority to him, and then he starts further start killing Vishnu, and ultimately gets killed in that process. So that's the next pastime. But the pastime here is basically to give pleasure to devotees and to kill the demons. So summary is like, earlier there used to be demon, and demon is characterized by the calling yourself as a supreme, and not accepting supremacy of Lord is a basic characteristic of demon. We should come out of these demonic tendencies and start accepting supreme, I mean Lord as a supreme, then we come out of this demonic tendency. Demons are inherently will get killed by Lord or his Maya, his whatever way it is done. And Lord and the people who are assigned to supremacy will be inherently saved. They will be saved ultimately by Lord. That faith we should have. That strong faith we should have. Now, then it goes next summaries in Kali Yuga, in current age, because we need to correlate to our current situation. What is more important? Whatever given is our Puranas, Bhagavad Purana is history or Puranas. So we need to learn. But current situation is where to find demon, because demonic tendencies, it's not about people, it's all about demonic tendencies which we must try to reduce or eliminate. So the only thing, the only way, Hare Nama eva kevalam kalau nasteva gatir vinata. So in the Kali Yuga, killing the demonic tendencies, the only way is chanting of Mahamantra, chanting of Harinam. That is the only way to kill the demonic tendencies of ours as well as others. Even though we want to help somebody, the best way of helping is to give him Mahamantra. Somehow or other we have to bring that soul to the point of chanting Mahamantra. That is the only thing we can do, and that is the only best thing we should be doing. Other type of help we may give on body level, that's all secondary, that's all complementary. But the important thing is bringing the soul to the platform of Mahamantra chanting, so that, and the mantra is so powerful, it's coming from spiritual world, it will kill our demonic tendencies, even though we want or doesn't want. Anyway, we don't want to kill demonic tendencies, it's very natural, we don't want, but it will get killed, the demonic, and it will slowly purify us. And and this is other way of saying is, if we are chanting Mahamantra and practicing devotional service, we should always keep cross-checking that are my demonic tendencies are reducing. Is it that still we are feeling that no, jealousy, envy feeling, or Lord's, am I accepting Lord, his scriptures and his devotees as a supreme, and am I completely dedicated? All those things, the more we chant and more we adopt this Mahamantra chanting, slowly the demonic tendencies has to reduce. If they are not reducing it, there is something wrong, we need to introspect and consult. But that is the sum and substance. So this is a way I can summarize all these shlokas. I tried to cover, but I think we'll start the question answer. Before that, I will request Vidura Prabhuji to further comment or add whatever, and then correct it further. And then we'll go to question and answer. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Nice class. Very short purport, but you actually brought it out very nicely. I just want to add one point. See, Prabhupada writes, right? Materialistic demon, what does he write? He writes, materialistic demons sometimes appear to be very powerful and are seen to establish their supremacy throughout the world. So that is something which is very important. So it says appears to be sometimes, these words are very important. But when we are born in this world, which is actually in the thick of that, we sometimes think the materialistic demon is actually the most supreme. And you also mentioned we are also, now there is no distinction who's a demon or this planetary system, this apartment. No, everyone is dual. And therefore, it's a lot of problem to lose faith in spirituality altogether and say this is materialistic life is the most important thing. And that's because we are fully here, Hiranyaksha, Hiranyakashipu, and also Indra, we have not seen, right? We are only seeing in ourselves Hiranyaksha and Hiranyakashipu, and we feel this is what it is. This is what is life. General, the tendency is enjoy. Yesterday I was talking to someone and they're saying, they're seeing death, they're seeing difficulty. How their conclusion is, therefore we should old age difficulty, and they're feeling, oh, therefore we should enjoy everything now only. That was the conclusion. This is practically, I was physically seeing how our generation is able to think like that. This is Prabhupada's thing, materialistic demons sometimes appear to. So for us, the point becomes that, oh, this is what it is, materialistically we need to think, and people are proving so many apparently proving like, I can land in moon, I can go to Mars, sun is under my control. So we are immediately overwhelmed. Oh, all this is nice. Bhagavatam is there, Bhagavad Gita is there, but then, these are all there somewhere written. Someone wrote also, someone is saying, this is someone's imagination, someone is saying. And we are overwhelmed to see what is happening out here makes us feel, this is supreme, maybe. We simply follow this and, take shelter of these demons. And then, we are good to go. So that is something which we need to be mindful about. We should not be caught into this feeling, because this is all around us. Every day we are more and more seeing this, the more influence. The more you see, the more influence. So how can we shelter ourselves? You said very nicely, like, take Shastra and, the Harinam, and that will clear all these anarthas from the mind and bring us back. Very difficult in today's world to actually say, like, moon people are there. Right, but they are saying, no, we have gone and seen, nobody is there. These fellows are saying these demons. So how do you immediately, Prabhupada had this problem, right? When devotees left him, because Prabhupada was saying, moon is what you call higher planetary system, or Swargaloka, and there will be all nice great devatas and all that. And then they go and see there's nothing there in moon. And then, those devotees were shaken. Oh, come on. Prabhupada was saying, we are believing him, today. There's nobody there. We have gone and seen, what is this? So some devotees left Prabhupada. And if Prabhupada's time is like this, today even more things, we are more and more awed by this material. Someone is saying, you can get children with no two genders required. And they are saying, I've proved it to you, I've taken a cell and I've done this, But we need to develop that faith in the Shastras, and for that, the Harinam will be the thing. But of course, everything can be scientifically also, the so-called scientifically thing, but thing is, it's not as much as advanced. But Prabhupada still says everything comes not from matter, right? Okay, you can create from another cell, but where did that cell come from? Right, so there is no answer to a lot of these things, and we don't even know. Even in material world, people are questioning landing in moon, right? If you go to the internet, so there are so many things like this. We need to also take cognizance of these, and not just be overwhelmed or by the other aspect of apparently demoniac materialistic people or supreme. We should be a little mindful of such a thought. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thanks, Prabhuji, for your words. Thanks, Prabhuji. So just to add, Prabhuji, not add, but just one point, basically, how to counteract this so-called, modern day influential people like scientists, or so-called, current influential people. Suppose we go to moon, or we do something which is against nature, right? Say, for example, from cell, they are trying to create baby, or test tube babies, or, they are trying to land on moon. See, the issue here, what we should understand is, material world is that way perfectly designed, as long as we understand its purpose. So Lord has designed the purpose of material world in such a way that we understand futility of this material and comes out of that. So it's imperfect that way, but perfectly designed. So even though we do something which is little bit against nature, people become popped up. Oh, I have done something which is nature is not, but purpose is different, no. So even though we are trying to do something which is against the purpose, we are defeated anyway. So it's not defeated, lost battle for the so-called modern civilization. It's already lost battle, because we are going against the purpose, not against the nature. We cannot. And even though we do something from sale, we get baby or all that sort of thing. Ultimately, we are using material resources only. So anyway, you are dependent on nature, and nature is allowing you, because that is ultimately to get defeated. So logically, we can say that this is all, this is all fallacy, so-called the landing on moon, and they are trying to find out life on the moon, life on the Mars. Means on the background, they know that somehow life may exist there. That's why we are trying to find out. So it means it's like contradictory thing. Anyway, it's confused, guys. But we should not get confused. If we go by Bhagavatam and its purpose of material world, I think we will not get confused. That's the only thing I can add here. Hare Krishna.
No, so you brought this point, very nice point, what you're saying, right? See, this material world is to create illusion in your mind, right? That you want to think you are supreme. You want to say that, I have conquered this. So the Lord is giving you the opportunity to feel and think that you have conquered the thing. So, but ultimately all this is again and again putting us more and more into this illusion, what we want to believe in. Krishna gives opportunity, right? We were thinking, I want to be the supreme. He said, okay, I will make arrangement where you can go and think you are the supreme. So if you say, I want to create another planet, one scientist may create a planet because Krishna will give him the ability to create a planet. Therefore, we hear out immediately, wow, this guy has created a planet, he's God. But the problem is, Prabhupada goes back to the basics. The main problem is Mrityu, Jara, Vyadi, that one, birth, death, old age and disease. You can do all that, but can you save yourself? You can create a planet, wonderful. But will you be able to save yourself? No, I will die. My next generation will do that, they will say. Prabhupada takes this argument. But rascal, you are not there to enjoy it. What are you wasting your life for? You have to save yourself. That is the point. So this will go on, but intelligence means to understand, to see through all this maze and see the end point. And that is what a devotee is trained for, to see through all this illusion and cut through. Prabhupada uses the word cut through all of these things and go to the root of it and say, okay, I want to address this rather than all these superficial, artificial, or what is just on a top layer. That is all glitters, but that's not really gold. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thanks, Prabhu. So I'll request devotees to put comments or questions or any suggestions.
Yes, Hare Krishna. Thank you, Prabhuji. It was very nice that mentioned like how you brought it fully forth that from different planets to same planet and then in the same family and within us. And we can't, if in Kali Yuga, if the Lord starts killing everybody, then everybody has to be killed. That was very nice, Prabhu, that, we have to accept that like there are these demonic tendencies in us and we don't have the power to kill those demoniac tendencies. This was a very striking point and only Harinama can do that. Thank you, Prabhuji. Thank you.
Thanks. Hare Krishna. Thanks, Madhava.
Hare Krishna Prabhu, Dandra Pranam. I had a question and slight confusion also. Please help me out, Prabhu. Like Hiranyakashipu, Hiranyaksha, they were demons and Krishna wanted to enjoy a fight with them. So he had given the choice, yes, we can become a demon. So how do we understand? Because Krishna wanted them to become a demon and they did all sort of nuisance. And when the demons did all sort of nuisance, so that is also Krishna's wish that you come on, you be a demon and do all sort of nuisance and all sort of things. So if we see, even if the Hiranyakashipu and Hiranyaksha were misbehaving and doing all sort of nuisance, that was also Krishna's wish. So how do we understand this? Wherein it's going to neutralize? That is, this is if we see like that, even all living entities, no doubt we rejected God and so we were here. So sorry, Prabhu, call us now.
Okay. So,
yes.
Yeah. So I will answer that. So first of all, choice was given to Jai Vijay of becoming demons for 3 births or becoming normal human being or sort of pious, so-called pious this thing for 5 births. That's what I heard. So choice was given. They chose to go through demon path because they thought that it will be difficult for 5 births to remain away from the Lord because they were actually devotees. So they chose demon because that will be faster and they come back to Vaikuntha. That's the one thing. Okay. So they chose. It's not that Lord forced them to do. That is one thing. Secondly, it's all pastime. So Lord has to exhibit pastimes. You know what is meant by pastimes? If you see pastime, every pastime typically will have killing of demon. That's a secondary purpose probably. Basically, it is to establish the religion. It is to protect the pious, protect the people. Okay, that's why Lord. So for example, so like Bhagavad Gita, Paritranayam sadhunam vinashaya cha dushkritam dharma samsthapanarthaya sambhavami yuge yuge. So I will come every yuga to protect the sadhunam, sadhus, to protect the good people and to kill the demons. So it's all part of that pastimes where Lord is exhibiting establishing lot of religious principles which get deteriorated over time every now and then. So he has to re-establish those principles, eliminate those disturbances because there will be demonic. So it's not all about Hiranyakashipu, it's all about demonic tendencies. The material world will be full of. It's not all about Hiranyaksha. There may be some other demonic, if not Hiranyaksha. So demonic tendencies are there. But Lord wants us to come to Him to get rid of them. So for that He has to give us scriptures. He has given us scriptures. He has given us devotees. He keeps sending His representatives like Prabhupada. He has established all the parampara system. So that is to remove these demonic things. So the purpose, that's what we were mentioning point. We should know the end point. We should understand the main end point. The purpose of all this. The purpose is basically to remove the demonic tendency of all the living entities in this material world and come back to Him. So to do that, whatever is needed, Lord does, and we call it as a pastime. It may be killing of demon, it may be giving scripture, it may be reciting the scripture, giving Veda, it may be devotees, devotion, all yogas, everything is needed, He will do. Because that is the way He's doing. So that is what I can mention. Does that answer your question, Prabhuji, or it is still some confusion there?
Prabhu, sorry, like there was calls coming in between. I was disturbed, so I couldn't hear you the whole. But I'll just see a recording. But my confusion is still hanging there. Like Prabhu, like see, we living entities, all like Hiranyakashipu and Hiranyakashipu, it was Krishna's plan, isn't it, Prabhuji?
Yes.
It was Krishna's plan. So the sins what they committed is also Krishna's plan. Should we take that Prabhu or not?
Okay, so we'll not call it as a Krishna plan because since they committed by their so Krishna, everything is Krishna's plan at a very fundamental level, but that doesn't mean Krishna sanctions everything or Krishna want to do that way. So suppose there are sins, there are killing of innocent people, some people. So it's not that Krishna want to have this bad thing. It's the living entity who is actually, due to misuse of his independent, minute independent, want to misuse it. Krishna will not intervene in your minute independence, but he will facilitate, but ultimately it will be killed. So yes, one way it is Krishna's plan, but it's not that Krishna agrees to do bad thing. Krishna doesn't want to see us the bad thing, but living entities want to do it, he will sanction it at his own risk. At his means the living entity's own risk. So this is a way ultimately the living entity has to understand or change his consciousness to accept supremacy Lord. Krishna doesn't want to force us to do that. So he will not do anything forcefully to change our consciousness. He wants us to go through that process of purification. So rest is all about material world and laws of karma. These are all transactions. Okay, so yes, Krishna's plan was there, but that doesn't mean Krishna want to kill the innocent. No, not that way. It is all about pastime. So pastime means he want to give all sort of scriptures also in that process. He want to establish that this what is right, what is wrong through this lila pastime. I'm not sure whether you are convinced, but can you just further It doesn't answer. Can you further elaborate?
Yeah, Prabhu, like you answered very well, but still, Prabhuji, like since they were given the benediction to
So,
become a
Prabhu,
demon.
then I rephrase what Hitesh Madhava Prabhu said.
Yeah, yes, Prabhu, please.
So
please.
your point is, see, someone is doing bad, right? And it is said that it is Krishna's pastime. So that is little contradictory. So is it that, whatever bad is happening is also Krishna's will that, we have to have this thing? But my point is, or rather, what I have understood, see, there are two sides to the subject matter, right? See, for example, Krishna is the ultimate sanctioning authority for everything. That we should be fully in sync with it. So if that is happening, some negative things are happening, that is also Krishna's will, is one side of it. But what is the other side? Why is Krishna willing like that? That means if something bad is happening, those who are subjected to that bad deserve that. You understand that? That means they have a karma. So when Hiranyaksha and Hiranyakashipu are here making trouble for people, we should also understand those who are subject to this trouble are having a karma because of which they should suffer. And therefore, the facilitation of getting of suffering is happening by the will of the Lord, by these two devotees coming down here. See, it's very complicated. But in the process, maybe some people who are not supposed to suffer are also put into trouble. And then they get an opportunity to trouble you back. This is the cycle of karma. Right? Karma is like, you do me some good, I do you some good. So originally you started doing good for me, then I am bound, and I took that karma, and therefore I am bound to repay you, and then I do good to you the next janma. You say, no, costlessly I got this money, I didn't deserve it, but someone gave it to you. Why? Because, so this is but you don't know where it started. But overall science is this. For example, there are many times a plane crashes somewhere, right? But you can say it's Krishna's pastime. He assembled all these fellows who are having a fate to die in a crash to put together and crashed it. So is it so? Krishna only cast it, or someone had to get a thrashing, and Krishna, you can't say that and get away. But you have the liberty to say, I will forgive also. So that is where human form has the ability of independence. Nobody else has. An animal cannot, if it is destined by karma to attack, it will attack. But a human, even if he's destined to attack, he can say, no, I want to be like a devotee and I will not attack. Yes, I have a karma to beat you, but I will not do it. That's in our hands. So that refinement is what we are expected to learn by spiritual life. And Krishna's motive of putting us all here is to come to that conclusion ultimately. Does it answer in some form and shape, Prabhu? This, why is Krishna?
Yeah, Prabhu, very much helpful, Prabhu. What I understood is these are all the karmic reactions, isn't it, Prabhu? Whatever, even the demonic mentality, what it comes is due to the past karma that is carried on. Is it true, Prabhu? My understanding?
Yes, you carry the vasanas, like, your gunas you are carrying, but your objective is to refine that. And Krishna keeps giving mercy. Like, for example, I am demoniac, but you are giving a class here. Then I'm hearing this and then I'm slightly refined. So like that. And if I'm more, okay, then I use my independent. No, this is nice. I have got so much of dust in me. I am so rascal. This is all nice. These devotees are trying to give something good. Can I try to imbibe little by little? Then I suddenly transform. And Krishna facilitates, like Prabhu very nicely said, right? Krishna is providing shastras also, he's sending gurus, he's doing everything. And he's also given me this environment because I deserved it, that, I want to be demoniac. Krishna is giving, okay, you want to be demoniac. I will facilitate that process. But he also says, this is wrong, but he doesn't force you. Prabhu mentioned that also. He doesn't force you, but he gives you other environment to make you feel, yes, I am actually one of the, what do you call, the bad child. I need to reform. And then you look the other side, Paramatma is there sitting. If you start looking at him, then all the facilities come in place, right? Then for that person, this place becomes a spiritual world. He's still sitting in this material world. So it's just that, you have independence, you have to use it, but Krishna gives platform for everything.
Yes, Prabhu. Thanks a lot, Prabhu. It's clear now. But if this Prabhu, a slight confusion of Hiranyakashipu still in my mind, saying that because Krishna wanted to enjoy with them, so should we take it like this? Since Krishna wants to enjoy with them, no doubt he gave him the facility to become 3 birds, he can become a demon. So whatever the demonic activities they did, that is also Krishna's will. Should we take it like this or no, Prabhu? That's why.
So I'm saying that is why Krishna's will is because the others who got the demoniac treatment, that means the other people who are subjected to the demoniac thing, it is their will that they wanted to suffer. So Krishna facilitated that.
Okay. It's like a cycling reason.
Prabhu, tell me something. See, I want to eat a lot of very rajasic food. Right? I am suffering, but I still want to eat that. How many of us actually have these feelings, right? I know it is bad for me, but I just indulge in that again and again and again, right?
Yes.
So the same thing is happening. While I don't want it, but I have caused that to come to me with our karma. So the demons are attacking us, but I actually originally deserved it. Deserved it or wanted it.
So just to add, like Prabhupada gives this example, we have got jails in our country or every country, and there is a government. Government owns the jail, but government doesn't want citizen to go into jail voluntarily. They want to keep away from jail, but there will be some notorious people who will have that tendency. That's why for them there is a jail. So whatever bad things happening, it is not that Krishna wants us to go through that bad, but there will be some people who will like to choose to go through the bad thing through their karmas, and there are jails. So that is the way we should understand. And jail, why there is a jail? Ideally speaking, going to jail, you should refine your consciousness and come back. So that's why, but there is a jail need because there are demonic tendencies.
Yes, Prabhu. Yes. Thank you, Prabhu. Prabhu, like one more question, can I ask, Prabhu?
Yeah, Prabhu.
Yeah, Prabhu, like these demonic thinkings do come, Prabhu, in like normally in our life.
Prabhu, shall I make a point?
Yes, Prabhu. Yes, Prabhu.
Yeah.
Hello.
Yeah. Make a point. Who is speaking?
I'm Shankar. I think Prabhu's question is based on the assumption that Krishna interferes in the lives of the living beings, which is not true. Once material world is created, then that limited independence is given to the living beings, whether to become a demon or become a spiritual being. That is left to the suffer for reaction will be there for that sinful activity. I think Prabhu's assumption is based on that Krishna will interfere in the lives of the living beings. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Okay, I could not hear you because there was some disturbance, but Prabhuji, if you have heard it and if you want to add something, but I could not hear you because there was some disturbance in the internet.
He made a comment, Prabhu. That's fine.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, and he was saying it's the individuals who make that decision. It is not like Krishna is making that decision.
Okay.
But in this case, Prabhu's specific question is, it is because of Krishna's desire they came and created trouble. So he's now little worried, So it's every trouble because it's Krishna's wish that, trouble has to be there. So can we take that? Therefore, it's Krishna's will. So trouble, even if I'm making trouble, that's also Krishna's will. We can go into so many loops like that then.
Yeah, Prabhu. You are making some question, though. I think we'll have a last question this because we need to. Yeah, Prabhu, you are putting some question.
Yeah, Prabhu. This Prabhu, like this demonic mentality that normally all the negative thoughts and negative things do come every often, like So how do one should overcome this, Prabhu? Like irrespective of chanting, also still those demonic things, the negative thoughts and other things, they keep coming, Prabhu. So how to overcome that, Prabhu?
Prabhuji, we discussed that. Just to repeat or just to add some more thing, chanting is the only way to overcome these demonic tendencies. So even though you are saying during chanting also the demonic tendencies are still there. I mean, although we are chanting, it takes some time for every thing to happen. That purification takes time. So we should keep chanting. Then we may find some demonic tendency, keep chanting, because we don't know what sort of pile up sinful or reactions are there in our heart. Okay, they will keep surfacing out because mind is a representative of this. Okay, mind is a storehouse of all these tendencies. So it's full with all those things, so-called good, so-called bad thing. But we should be rest assured that chanting is actually killing those tendencies for sure. So we can feel this slowly. We can feel this fast depending on how sincerely we are chanting and how offensively we are chanting. And all that has to happen under guidance of Guru. So just follow the process. Follow the process. You know the process, right? What we follow, what Prabhupada, we follow the process meticulously. Takes time because we don't know what sort of contamination is there in our heart, what sort of layer is there on our mind. Huge. So chanting is the only way. And even though thoughts keeps coming, demonic tendency still exists during while although we are chanting. Nothing to worry and such, because chanting is bound to remove it. Takes time. So have patience. Utsaha, dharya, nishaya. Keep doing enthusiastically, have patience, and have determination. That's the only way. And you can correlate to this material world also. Even though you have to achieve some small material thing in the material world, in the office, suppose you want to go for higher position, you need enthusiasm, you need determination, you need all those patience also, right? So just for some mundane material achievement, you need so much. What we need for us to get rid of this whole damn thing, okay, material contamination, it will take a lot of effort. So practically it is impossible for our own effort, based on our own effort, based on our own strength to come out of this. Impossible. We have piled up huge thing. But chanting is so potent and powerful, it will deliver you. It's all about, it's only up to us how we sincerely we do it. The moment we do that, slowly it will happen. It takes time sometimes. Maybe fast in some cases, no worry. Just chanting is the only way.
To just one aspect, whatever Prabhu said, you can do that easily with sadhu sangha.
Yeah.
If you have sadhu sangha, these propensities can very quickly be removed. Because the power of sadhu, right? Lavamatra sadhu sangha sarva siddhi hoy. If you are able to, see, it's simple, right? When you are able to move with people who are having higher energy, then you also feel energized. If you are moving with people who are having lower energy, you are also sapped. We see all these things. So if for spiritual point of view, if you want to get rid of all these things, if we are able to move with people who are more advanced than us, quickly the effect of chanting will be seen in us. But chanting is the only way. Prabhu said that very clearly. But through that, how to make that environment better for us is sadhu sangha. Associate with better devotees, and all these things will easily go away, and you get the support to get them out of our head. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Dandra Pranam. Excellent class, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna. Dandra Pranam. Jai.
So
Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Okay. So if there are no questions, should we close the session?
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Thank you, Prabhuji. आप सभी को Hare Krishna.
Thank you, devotees, for joining, and Hare Krishna. Gantara